I had also indicated that I had several other candidates here tonight that wanted to make a few comments, and I told them that I thought it would be appropriate that they do so. So, first one I'd like to introduce is Bob Gibbs, Senator Bob Gibbs, who is running for United States Congress.
Great to see everybody out here tonight, and congratulations, Chairman, in your new role. You're doing a great job. That's why you turned out tonight. And I also, Mike DeWine, we got a great ticket. Mike, for Attorney General, is going to do a great job. When he talks about filing lawsuits for the state agencies, as a sitting state senator, I can tell you there's been some terrible abuses against public and private entities of some of the things that have happened in the Attorney General's office. And I can't take time to talk about that tonight, but it's appalling. And Mike's addressing that, and I'm glad to hear that. I also want to put a good word in for Andy Thompson here, runs for state rep. We're going to have a great state rep here in Andy. And the good thing about this is he's going to pick up, turn the seat from a D to an R, and they're going to take the Ohio House back. And that's going to help Governor Casey make changes here in Ohio that needs to be done. I want to talk just a couple minutes about my campaign and what's going on. Campaign's going well. We're doing a lot of door-to-door. We're getting out. We're having some town hall meetings, and the polling looks good. And I'm really excited about it. And I think it's 54 days now, 55 days. And I don't know, are you guys excited about 55 days? What's going to happen? I'm fired up. And we got to be, because the stakes are too high. And Mike touched on it a little bit. But if we don't get this country turned around the right track, this is, I think, is our last chance. And I just put a little bit of perspective. Deficit spending, and we talk trillions of dollars and all that, and kind of like just nobody really can comprehend $1 trillion. And one way I'm trying to put in perspective, when Zach Space took office in January 2007, and Nancy Pelosi took over as Speaker, the annual federal deficit was $151 billion. Okay? That's a big number, but you know what the monthly deficit was in July of this year? The monthly deficit was $164 billion. So, I don't know, I look at my math, that's more than 12 times what it was. And they've increased, in the last 2 years alone, they've increased the federal debt by about over $3 trillion. And to put that in perspective, this country, we have a $15 trillion economy, gross GDP, gross domestic product. We have $13 trillion in debt, and growing it better than about 1.3 to 1.8 trillion per year. You can see that's not a good course we're on. And we're still a big player in the world, because China just surpassed Japan as the second largest economy at 5 trillion. And so, if this country, if we go down the tubes, it's not going to be pretty for the rest of the world in economic-wise or standard of living, national security. There's a lot of entities out there that don't like it very much. So what we have to do, we've got to get our fiscal house in order. And I've been saying this. Now I'm glad to see that our next Speaker of the U.S. House, John Boehner, came out this week and said it. We got to get our spending down to 08 levels. That's what we got to set our goal. We start in January. And then the second thing we have to do is roll back the massive tax increases. You can't take money out of businesses and families' pockets and expect things are going to get better. And the third thing we got to do is roll back government, rein in the bureaucrats. And I think if we do that, we send the right signals out of Washington that will restore confidence in the private sector. And I'm a free enterprise type guy. I believe that the private sector we unleash the private sector, the American spirit, innovation, entrepreneurship. This economy takes off, and we get people back to work. And that's what we got to do. This is a national security issue now, and we're going to get it done. I think when I talk about the national security issue, the reason it's a national security issue is we're borrowing money from China and other places. We shouldn't be doing it. And I really don't think China should be our banker. And the second reason it's a national security issue, more and more of our money that the federal government has coming in revenues is going to go to service the debt, to pay the Chinese and everybody else. And that means that's less money for defense and things that the federal government's main responsibility is. And so it's a national security issue, just like not controlling our borders is a national security issue. And so the things we got to do is we got to get spending in control, cut the spending, roll back the taxes, rein in government, secure our borders, and do not pass crazy, wrong-headed ideas like cap and tax, cap and trade, where it's artificially raised energy costs and raised costs for families and businesses and puts us in a very uncompetitive posture in the rest of the world. And Obamacare, I'd love to repeal it, but definitely we're not going to fund it, and we're going to work then when we get a new president, we're going to change that. Don't get me wrong, I think we do need some healthcare reform, but we don't need to ruin the best system in the world. And just simply put, some of the things we can do to fix that, we need to address the escalating costs of healthcare and incorporate free market principles and work with the private sector as much as possible. And three simple things, I think, I don't know why they didn't do it yesterday, because it's so simple. Tort reform, defensive medicine, number one. Number two, portability, you ought to be able to buy health insurance across state lines. And number three, we ought to really incentivize medical savings accounts where the employer kicks in tax-free, the employee kicks in, that's an account that stays with you for the rest of your life, doesn't matter if you move from state to state, and then use that account for your routine and preventative care. So if you go in and have your checkups, when you pay out of that account, I think that brings personal responsibility. I think it enhances your relationship with your physician, and it takes the third-party person out, it takes the insurance company out. You have insurance when you need insurance. Like when you have insurance for your house, you don't go buy insurance for your house after you have a fire. So that's how we've got to get back to those kind of basics and common sense principles and take this country back and get in the right track. Because I think that what's really great, this country historically has done a lot of great things. And we always rise to the occasion when the people are waking up. Well, I think the people are waking up. We're going to find out here on November 2nd how much they're waking up. This country is so dynamic and so diverse that we can overcome a lot. And it's going to start here in about 54 days. And with your help, we're going to get it done. If you haven't already done it, go to bobgibbsforcongress.com, sign up for our emails. We send out blast emails, let you know what the campaign's doing. We sent the blast email out today. I was just, by the Cook report, we were ready to toss up. There's been some other things political. We're in good shape. One of the things in the last email today, and I got to watch my watch, because in exactly 21 minutes I got to call Hugh Hewitt, a national syndicated radio show with 2 million listeners. I'm going to be on live at 8:20 for 10 minutes tonight, so I'm watching my watch. But anyway, great to be here, great to see you, and let's win in November. Thank you.